start off with the old mighty Dallas Cowboys. Let's get started off with the all-in Dallas freaking Cowboys. Now, there were some rumors out there at the old Combine, right, guys? I was at the Combine Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and there was a lot of GMs and coaches and other coaches and assistant coaches out there talking about said teams and said locations and players and whatever, yada, yada, yada. Now, I was down there on the field with a couple of my former players, and I was rubbing elbows with some GMs and whatnot, and I heard that the Dallas Cowboys are not interested in signing some of their key free agents on the team this season. Quote, there's going to be a big turnover in Dallas, not only coaching, but players as well. And when I heard this, I'm like, what? Like, how many players are we talking here? Are we talking about a couple? Are we talking about three? Are we talking about the whole divas, the whole offensive line? Like, what are we legitimately talking about? So then I got to looking. 2025 NFL Dallas Cowboys free agents. There's a bunch of them. There's a bunch of free agents out there, yes. DeMarcus Lawrence is one of them. Brandon Cooks, Trey Lance, Eric Kendrickson, Cooper Rush, Rico Dowdle, Carl Lawson, Turpin, Titus Wheat, just to name a few. They're all free agents. Now, Stephen Jones has said that we are all in again this season. Jerry Jones has come out and said we're all in on this season. Other people have said that the Dallas Cowboys are all in on this 2025 NFL season. Now, some of you may think like, hey, maybe they're tanking. Maybe they're tanking. Maybe they're looking for Arch Manning. Maybe they're looking for a little bit of this. Maybe they're looking for a little bit of that. But when the Dallas Cowboys say they're going to be strategically aggressive, is what Stephen Jones said. That, to me, in my mind, saying that they're going to go out first and go get some key free agents. They're going to go out there and they're going to get some free agents. They're going to go out there and they are going to be the best of their ability and see what they can actually get. Now, when I look at the Dallas Cowboys roster in general, looking at all those names, Brandon Cooks, Trey Lance, Eric Kendrickson, Rico Dowdle, Carl Lawson, Turpin, Titus Wheat, DeMarcus Lawrence, just to name a few, this tells me that they need to go out there and they need some linebacker depth. They need some O-line help. And they also need some wide receiver depth as well. So when we look at the Dallas Cowboys, they're not in on their team right now. They're not in on Turpin, Brandon Cooks. Those guys can go kick rocks somewhere else. There are some big name receivers out there that are potentially free agents. Well, they are free agents. Devontae Adams. We got Cooper Kupp. We got Devontae Adams. There are some big name receivers out there that the Dallas Cowboys could go out there and go reach and bring them in, right? And honestly, if you think about this, CeeDee Lamb teamed up with the Devontae Adams and maybe a Cooper Kupp. Look out. Now, they don't got Turpin speed. They don't got Brandon Cook speed, but they got the durability. They got the catching the ball, and they got a top 5 quarterback on their team in Dak Prescott. Let's just be honest. Let's call a spade a spade. They are them. They are that freaking good. And then we look at linebackers. There are some linebackers / edge rushers / a little bit of this / a little bit of that like out there if you're willing to go out there and go get them. If you are willing to go out there and make the trade, go be all in this free agency, there are some Washington Commanders that want to be traded. Myles Garrett wants to get traded. Jadarius Smith for the Detroit Lions right now got traded from the Cleveland Browns last season. He could be looking potentially for a new team. There are people out there that the Dallas Cowboys can go in and instantly make their team better, make them a Super Bowl caliber team. You add Devontae Adams and Cooper Kupp to that team, the Cowboys are a top 10 offense in the NFL. You go out there and you add a big name running back. I don't care who it is. Anybody but Rico Dowdle or Dooley or Deuce Vaughn. I love my man Deuce Vaughn, right? I love my man Deuce Vaughn from the Kansas State University. I love him, but he's just not an NFL running back. There's going to be some players out there. Cam Akers, Austin Eckler. There are some free agent running backs out there. Guys, the Dallas Cowboys are 3 key players away from making a Super Bowl run. Let me repeat that for the people in the back. The Dallas Cowboys are 3 people away three. 1, 2, 3. A receiver, a running back, and a linebacker to making the NFL Super Bowl. So, guys, in the comments below, who do you think the Dallas Cowboys need to be all in entering this free agency period? Who do you think the Dallas Cowboys need to go out there and make a trade for? Who do you think the Dallas Cowboys say, hey, this is a guy that catapults us to the Super Bowl? I'm going to say Devontae Adams and or Cooper Kupp. Then you can get the defensive tackle from Washington Commanders. His name's slipping my mind right now. And then, honestly, Nick Bolton from the Kansas City Chiefs. He's a free agent. Oof. Look at that. Look at that. So what do you guys think? Who do you think makes game-changing adjustments in the old Dallas Cowboys?